This is Frank Modica, and this is my fifth piece of technology to review for our Module 15. This is a very common and very well-known website that's called Quizlet. This is selected for, I've used this for review before a test or a quiz. The purpose of it is basically that. It's to review with your class. You can do it as a whole class. There's types of games that you can play, which I'll show you. Or you could have students access this from home, and then they can make flashcards or do individual games on their computer with the information that you have set up for them. So the audience for this is students primarily. But since the students can access it at home, there is a way and there is a possibility that parents could get involved and could help the students study using Quizlet itself. It is free. You don't need anything to create it. You just need to put your email information in. But it's free to use and very easily accessible. The two standards that this covers is the standards, the teacher standard 1D and 3C. And I'll just kind of show you how this works, what the students kind of see on their end, and what options you have on yours. So what this is basically it's online flashcards. It works best if you are having vocab to review. But I've used this in science and social studies, and not just for vocab, but for main ideas. So I'll just pull up my latest one here. We did a unit on the Middle Ages. And so these are the words, and then these are the definitions. So it works really well for, vocab, flashcard type of information. But not everything on here is flashcard information. People's names, especially in social studies, that's going to come up. If you have years on it, maybe if you are in secondary high school and students are asked to memorize specific years or specific battles, that can work. But the way that this kind of gets set up is you type all this information in. You can do that all on your own, or you can go and search. And you can type anything you want, Middle Ages, and anything that is on here, you can take and steal. You can edit it. You can take certain questions off of it. You can add pictures to it. You can do whatever you would like. So on mine, Middle Age Review, these top ones that have these pictures, I took them off of other Quizlets. And then at the bottom are more of the specific things that I needed for my class. Once it's all created, there's a couple different things that you can do with it. You just then need to share this link, and you can email it to your students. You can copy and paste it onto a website. You could put it onto a Google Classroom, or if you've got like a class Facebook or Twitter account, you could put it there, and the students will just click that link, and they'll pretty much get taken to a page just like this that we're looking at. They could go to the flashcard, which will show them either one side of the card that they want. They can pick to either show the definition page or the word on it, and then they could quiz themselves. So the years between ancient and modern times, click to flip, Middle Age. You can also then print all these off if the students want to do that at home and have physical flashcards as well. Other options are there are these little games that the students can play, match and gravity. So matching is basically just a matching game between the one side of the card, the vocab word, and then the definition of the other card. Gravity is basically the same idea, but a little bit more interactive and fun. And so you can set it up to however difficulty. Like I said, you could have them start with the word itself, the definition, or you could just say random. And as you start the game, an asteroid will fall, and the code of honorable conduct for knights. The student will have to type in the word if they get it right, if they get it wrong. So let's say they type something wrong in, nothing happens. They have to have another guess. If they don't get it in time, it says that if you miss 2 in a row or 2 total, that your planet is destroyed and you have to start again. It shows you then what the correct answer is. And you have to copy it down. So, and then the next one comes. and then you have another guess. So that's one game that they could play. What I've done within my room, since we have one-to-one technology, is I do this Quizlet Live, which is a competitive game. It puts the class into different groups, and then those groups compete against each other, and the first group to get 12 questions correct in a row will win. So we've done that multiple times within the class itself, but these are all the options students will have at home. They won't have that live option at home because they aren't set up with everyone else. The standards that are covered are standards 3C and 1D. So 3C is right here. Communicate relevant information and ideas effectively to students, parents, and peers using a variety of digital age media and formats. And 1D is modeling collaborative knowledge construction by engaging and learning with students, colleagues, and others in face-to-face and virtual classrooms. So that is Quizlet, very easy to use, very common. Most of you have probably used this in the past or at least have heard of it from other teachers within your own building.